following is a presentation of the National Sim Racing League of America. Enjoy the race. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 5 in the 2018 NRLOA CSX IndyLights series. We are here at the greatest racetrack in the world, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard, for the Freedom 50, the biggest race of the season for the CSX IndyLights series. And our little prelude to the Indianapolis 250, which will be held tomorrow morning here at 12 p.m. Eastern on a Friday afternoon. Not really the most normal of times for a Napa Fan race, but that's when the real deal's going on right now in Indianapolis for the Freedom 100 over in the real IndyLights series. So that's why we're doing it so early, because we don't want to be after the real thing, because we're not as good as the real thing. So go ahead, check out on NBCSN right now, Freedom 100, probably a good race. But we got this one right now, the Freedom 50 for the CSX IndyLights Series, 17 drivers in the field. Landon Lyons on the pole position. I'm alongside Nathan Orman. Drafting was such a big factor in qualifying for the Freedom 50, but just for the Indy cars all week long, it has been such an important factor. So it's going to be an important factor here today. That's a given, but how much of an effect will it have on who wins this race here today?
Expect to see lots of passing and drafting in this race. Lots of people would like to lead the lap here at the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And who will win the race and kiss the bricks? Let's find out.
Yes, let's go ahead and get all our logistical stuff done before we get this race started. Here's how they line up in the point standings. Mitchell Henderson, the points leader, 83 points towards the championship. He's already won 2 races this season in the CSX IndyLights series at Phoenix and Lime Rock. So he's going for his 3rd win of the year in only the 5th race of the season. Now, this race is not a double points race like it has been in past years, so keep that in mind. But still, Mitchell Henderson, great chance at getting the win. He starts 3rd, and great chance of keeping the points lead. But he's got Ryan Gondilla right behind him, only 3 points behind. He's our defending winner in the CSX IndyLights series. That was at Richmond all the way back at the end of April. It's been quite a while for this series since we've last run. Steve Morgan, the Riverside winner, is 13 points behind. And Eli Bright's 15 points behind, with Landon Lyons, our pole sitter, 24 points behind, if you count the bonus point he is awarded for starting on the pole for this event. They're going to roll off here with Landon Lyons on the front row. Alongside him, it is Diego Yepes in the number 47. Now, thing about Yepes, he's never won before a Napa Fan, and he'd love for this to be his first ever win. The Freedom 50 is a big deal, even though it's in one of the smallest series we run. This is still a very prestige race. It's at Indianapolis. It's the one race the CSX IndyLights Series gets to run in Indianapolis, and anytime you get a win at the Brickyard, it's a pretty big deal. Got Mitchell Henderson starting alongside the 67 of Derek Campbell in row number 2. Ying Canario and Daniel McMillan, a Chick-fil-A Cup Series winner from earlier this season. And when we had Nathan Orman in the booth for that Chick-fil-A Cup Series race, this was the guy who won. So maybe Nathan Orman's a good luck charm for Daniel McMillan. We're just going to have to see. Got the number 41 here of Wyatt Quayle, starting alongside the 5 of Audra Baranowskis. And then we got the 34 of Ryan Gondillo, our last winner here in the CSX IndyLights series, starting alongside the number 6 of Eli Bright. Go through the rest of the starting positions here. That is the number 30 of Steve Morgan, the Riverside winner from earlier this season. He's alongside Nicholas Wade in the 81. Micah Knapp in the number 8 will be starting alongside the 25 machine of Juan Garcia, who won the pole for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race, Coca-Cola 600 tomorrow, so congratulations to him on that one. Defending IndyLights Series champion and 2016 winner of this event, Martin Kielamasha-Koikazan will be starting alongside Brad Stover in the number 21. And at the end of the field, it's Jonathan Wong in the 68. The cars spreading out for the start. That's what they do with the Indy cars here in Indianapolis. Indianapolis revamped version number 2, 2010. Greatest racetrack in Indy 2003. I really gotta tell you, it's fantastic. The way it balances between Indy racing and stock car racing is unbelievable, and kudos to the people who made this track. It's so much fun. The racing's fantastic, and we're ready to get this one started. It's gonna be a thriller here at Indy. The Freedom 50 is green. Let's continue on with Indy 250 week. Lap 1 will be led by our pole sitter Landon Lyons. He was able to hold off Mitchell Henderson that entire lap, but here he comes in the 78. Henderson to the inside of Landon Lyons for the lead as they're side by side on lap 2.
Mitchell Henderson is right underneath him, and he will get it.
Here comes Diego Yepes in the 47, looking to draft to the inside there. You're going to want to watch for 3 wide at any point in time. If they do so, most likely they will crash. And you can see the speeds these guys are going. That first lap with the start of the event averaged over 200 miles an hour. It's going to go up here. Mitchell Henderson will lead lap 2 in the Freedom 50.
Yeah, and also, watch out. You know, in open wheel racing, when two tires touch, it will be a disaster for one of these drivers.
It might be a disaster for quite a few drivers if that were the case. Diego Yepes able to get to the inside. Ian Canario, here comes Daniel McMillan in the 35 to the inside. Henderson with a block on Wyatt Quayle. How about that bold move by the driver of the number 78? Remember, he's going for his 3rd win of the season. And, of course, this is the Daytona 500 of the CSX IndyLights series. To win this event is a pretty big deal, and Henderson has shown so much strength so far this season that he'd love to continue to show it and win the biggest race of the year. Here comes McMillan to the inside of Diego Yepes, and the Chick-fil-A Cup Series veteran to the inside of the other Chick-fil-A Cup Series veteran, taking it away on lap 4.
Daniel McMillan is your new leader, followed by the blue car.
That's Ying Canario there in the number 13 with a drafting help from Mitchell Henderson. Henderson trying to stay on that inside lane. He's doing a good job of it, trying to stay in this top 5. He's got the run to the inside of McMillan for the 2nd position as Ying Canario in the number 13 will lead lap number 4. There are no pit stops in this race, so keep that in mind. These guys do not have to worry about running out of fuel or anything like that. And it's just a flat-out race from here on out. We could go caution-free, but with the way these guys are racing, they're 2 wide throughout the entire field. It's a good chance one of these guys might mess it up, and we might have a caution at some point throughout this event. There goes Mitchell Henderson back to the inside. Steve Morgan, Martin Kielamasha-Koikazan, the 2016 winner of this event. And the past 2 seasons, he's been the champion as well, so watch out for this guy going for his 5th career Napa fan win. All of his wins have come in the CSX IndyLights series, and he's not backing down. Going 3 wide for the lead on lap 5 to the inside of Steve Morgan and Mitchell Henderson. This is gonna be ugly. Oh, and there they go, in the wall hard, Steve Morgan and Mitchell Henderson, and they all get collected, entering turn number 2. Morgan all over the place in number 30, with Ying Canario torn up. That's Juan Garcia in the 25 with heavy damage, and Mitchell Henderson is torn up. He is not going to be happy after that move by Martin Kielamasha-Koikazan to make it 3 wide, entering turn number 1. They're racing back to the line. Jonathan Wong and Micah Knapp all of a sudden battling for the lead. Micah Knapp in the 8, trying to get the run on the inside. Oh my, that was close. But Jonathan Wong got him at the line, and he will restart first when we get back to racing here at Indianapolis.
Man, that's not a good decision by the A4 car to make it 3 wide.
Well, I mean, wasn't a good decision for Steve Morgan or Mitchell Henderson, but for Martin Keelan-Massaquoi, it worked out pretty well. He's third, and he took some guys out that he doesn't have to race with anymore. I mean, I don't really know. That was a bold move, but he took it 3 wide, entering turn number 1, and Mitchell Henderson, who very well could have been the winner of this race, the way he was running up front pretty much that entire green flag run, got caught up in this one heavily. Steve Morgan got the worst of it, if I'm not mistaken. He's actually driving that thing back to the pit lane. I don't know how. He was upside down at one point. See, Juan Garcia and Yin Canario also get involved. They might have been the only drivers to get involved in this accident, so it wasn't that big of a wreck. But still, it was a pretty massive accident. There are no pit stops. Jonathan Wong, who started last in this race, is up front after only 7 laps. That shows how much the drafting has a play on who gets this lead. And we're going to go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution here in the Freedom 50, the 2018 edition of the Freedom 50, right here on Napa Fan at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, here they are entering turn number 1. Martin Keelan-Massaquoi had already made the move 3 wide to the inside, and we kind of just knew this was not going to work. Steve Morgan in the middle has to push up, and Mitchell Henderson's on that outside. And once you're on that third lane on the outside, you see how that dark gray does not exist up there. There's no grip for Henderson. And Steve Morgan actually slides up into him, and that's actually what causes the accident. Yin Canario also got caught up in this one in the 13. Right there, Nicholas Wade got hit in the 81. You see the number 30 of Steve Morgan go flipping upside down. A couple cars on the outside wall right there. I think that's Daniel McMillan, Diego Yepes, Juan Garcia back in there, got involved, but I think Yepes and McMillan avoided this one. And when they crash here, they go flipping. That's just how crazy it is here at Indianapolis.
Yeah, that was a hard hit for
Steve Morgan there in the number 30. And that's a tough one for Mitchell Henderson. He was one of the dominant guys of this race, but he will not get the victory here in Indianapolis.
As you can see, Martin in the A4 would go 3 wide and nowhere to go for Finn and Steve Morgan. Steve Morgan's went flipping hard.
He, in fact, did, and he was still able to drive that thing back to the pit lane after the hard accident. That's how durable these cars are in NR 2003. They don't fly, all the parts they don't fly all over the place like they do in real life here. They kind of just stay intact. These are some of the hardest cars to actually knock out of a race in NR 2003, quite ironically. This was the race back to the line. We're going to slow this down for you here as they were coming to the line for the race back. Jonathan Wong on Micah Knapp by a nose, and literally by a nose. Quite an impressive feat right there for the guy who started last. He's now out front here in the Freedom 50. Let's see what he does on the restart here in Indianapolis. We are back here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the CSX IndyLights Series, the Freedom 50, the biggest race of the season. We will restart with 10 laps to go in this event with Jonathan Wong leading the field in the 68. I believe Wong is going for his first career Napa Fan win here today. And how would it be if it was at Indianapolis? Great place to have it. Mike Knapp going for his 3rd career win. He is currently in the 2nd position with Martin Keelan-Massaquoi, the guy who caused the accident. Nicholas Wade, and remember when the accident happened, he ended up getting hit there by Steve Morgan while he was midway through the air. Somehow, Nicholas Wade is running in the 4th position with Audra Baranowska. She's got a good run going for her right now in the 5th position. Eli Bright, pole sitter Landon Lyons, Ryan Gandillo, that is the 67 of Derek Campbell, 21 of Brad Stover, and Wyatt Quayle, the top 10 coming to the restart here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 10 to go in the Freedom 50 for 2018.
And we are green. Hey, Juan Garcia, Jonathan Wong, your leader. He went, but he was starting last, but worked his way up to the lead. How about that?
Great move, a great race so far for Jonathan Wong, and the good thing about starting in last, you can only go forward from there. Martin Kielemash-Koikazan, I'm telling you, he's got nerves of steel the way he's racing this thing. To the inside of Micah Knapp, that is for second. This guy is going for his 5th career Napa fan win. They have all come in the CSX IndyLights Series. A 2-time champion, and he's looking for his 2nd Freedom 50 win. This is Mr. IndyLights right here. And he's going to the inside of the 68. Trying to take the lead away from Jonathan Wong. He's going to do it as they get around him off at turn number 2. Nicholas Wade, I'm really surprised by what he's been able to do. He's right now in the 4th position after getting that damage from the crash. It must not have affected his race car because here he is running right with the leaders, pushing Micah Knapp to the lead on lap 12 of 20. Only driver knocked out completely from that accident was Steve Morgan. And we're going to look in the back here. Ging Canario all torn up. Mitchell Henderson and Juan Garcia all knocked out from contention of winning, but they're still racing out there. They might get in the way of our leaders if this thing stays green to the end. We're just going to have to see. But Micah Knapp holding on to the lead. He's out front here in Indianapolis.
He is looking for his 3rd career win here in Napa Fan. And so far he has a fast car, but the pack is catching up on him. But almost 3 wide right there, but
wasn't quite able to go 3 wide, but they keep it together for now. Nicholas Wade might still have a little bit of an issue. He's not closing in on Micah Knapp like I think he should, and that might be benefiting the number 8. Oh boy, that was close there. Audra Baranowskis tried to clear him, and there it goes. I think the 81 has a problem. He seems to be going just a little bit slower than the rest of these guys, and I think it's affecting him. But running in that draft, it's hard to notice that there might be a problem on the 81, but there in fact is, and you can see something outside. I don't think he's going to get the win. Ryan Gondillo going for 2 in a row here in the CSX IndyLights Series. Here's Derek Campbell, Audra Baranowskis, all behind Micah Knapp. Micah Knapp is kind of doing a good job right now. He's led the past couple of laps here at Indianapolis. With 6 laps to go, he's still out front in the number 8. Got the 34, Ryan Gondillo, who won at Richmond, though, right behind him. Got Derek Campbell and Martin Kielemash-Koikazan back to the inside. You know he's good. He might get the win here today as well. But Micah Knapp still out front. Gondillo looking, not able to get to the inside quite yet. He's going to do it here, though.
Trying to get the lead, he will get it.
He will. Derek Hamill right behind him, helping him. And Micah Knapp now stuck on the outside. Derek Hamill now looking to the inside of Ryan Gondillo. 5 laps to go, this time by in the Freedom 50 at Indianapolis. And Nicholas Wade's back here as well. That draft is helping him. He might actually have a chance of winning this thing. There's a good chance he could. We're just going to have to see. Martin Kielemash-Koikazan, he's been a strong guy so far in this race. He's to the inside of Derek Campbell for the lead with 4.5 laps to go here in the Freedom 50.
He's underneath Derek Campbell in the 67, as you can see. Oh my goodness.
Audra Baranowskis has come close to hitting a few guys in this one. She had the brake check it there on the... Oh my! Brad Stover in the outside wall. He got clipped by Ryan Gondillo off of turn 4. That's going to slow the momentum down to that outside lane, and we're now single file throughout many of these positions with Martin Kielemash-Koikazan leading the field in the number 84. He won this event in 2016, his first IndyLights championship in that year, and his second came last year. It was, I believe, John Andrews who won this event last year. He's starting on the pole tomorrow morning. The best drivers win this race, I gotta tell you. And Martin Kielemash-Koikazan, even though this is the only series he's ever run on Napa Fan, he has shown so much strength here in the IndyLights Series over his career, and it's quite amazing what he's been able to do. But Derek Hamill to the inside now. Hamill trying to get his win in the IndyLights Series. He won a couple races in the USF 2000 Series last year. But he's got to hold off Audra Baranowskis here in the number 5. It's 2.5 laps to go. Martin Kielemash-Koikazan stuck on the outside as Daniel McMillan comes on the inside lane with Wyatt Quayle, Diego Yepes, and Jonathan Wong. Baranowskis in the 5 to the inside. They're 3 wide, in the wall hard goes Wyatt Quayle and Martin Kielemash-Koikazan. and for the win, Audra Baranowskis and Daniel McMillan, the number 5 on the outside, the 35 with the help. Baranowskis wins the Freedom 50 here in the CSX IndyLights Series. How about that? The race will end under caution as Wyatt Quayle and Martin Keelamashquikizan got into each other off of turn 3. And Audra Baranowskis wins the race back to the line in the number 5. If I'm not mistaken, this might be her first career Napa fan win. We're just going to have to see. Daniel McMillan came close there in the 35. It will be a strong run for him running second. Derek Hamill, Diego Yepez, and Jonathan Wong, the top 5 as they cross the line. Another one here at Indianapolis. How in the world?
Good job for Martin.
Yeah, Martin Keelamashquik is in there. He's got some damage, and I don't really know if that was his fault, but that's a little bit of karma right there. He started that first one as he went 3 wide, and they were 3 wide there when they crashed. It was only the 41 and the 84 who got involved, but it does appear that he might finish in 12th, so he won't finish in the last position, which isn't too bad, but not the day Martin Keelamashquik wanted here. Indianapolis. Before they get the official finish, they are taking the white flag under caution. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second and final caution here in the Freedom 50. So Diego Yepez in the number 47 is the guy who takes it 3 wide entering turn number 3. Gets to the inside of Wyatt Quayle and Martin Kay, and this is what ensues. Wyatt Quayle slides up the racetrack in response to Yepez going to his inside. And Keelamashquik has nowhere to go, unfortunately, and he just gets put in the outside wall by the 41. And it's just those 2 guys involved, but that triggers the caution to come out. And we had ourselves a pretty good battle for the win here. Daniel McMillan came close, let's just say that. But he could not beat out Audra Baranowskis, as Baranowskis had that little bit of help in that outside lane, had that push. Derek Hamill is trying to push to 35. But right there, Baranowskis with the advantage and the win in the Freedom 50.
See, 3 wide doesn't work here, Andy. As you can see, 2 cars spin of Wyatt Quayle and Martin.
Yeah, you could just say Martin. He's got a long last name, but Keelamashquik that's a tough one. You know, he was the other dominant guy in this race. He was a threat to win it, I think, along with Mitchell Henderson earlier on. Yet he got taken out in an accident, and it's going to be Audra Baranowskis with the win here in the Freedom 50. Most likely, only unless an issue happens on the final lap of the race under caution. She's going to get the win here at Indianapolis in the CSX IndyLights Series. Let's get the official finish here in the Freedom 50. Well, this is it. Coming off of turn number 4, coming to the checkered flag. Unfortunately, the race will end under caution, but it was still a thrilling event here today for the Freedom 50. Just giving us a taste of what it's going to be like tomorrow morning for the Indianapolis 250. And Audra Baranowskis will come home with the victory here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Baranowskis will kiss the bricks here in the Freedom 50 in the CSX IndyLights Series. Daniel McMillan, Derek Hamill, Diego Yepez, and Jonathan Wong, the top 5. The number 8 there of Micah Knapp, Nicholas Wade, Eli Bright, Ryan Gondello, and pole sitter Landon Lyons. The top 10 finishers here today. And even after all the accidents we had, only one guy failed to finish on the lead lap. That was Steve Morgan, who flipped upside down in that first accident. But quite a interesting race, don't you think? I mean, had all kinds of crashes, a lot of passing. Just a taste of what we're going to see tomorrow morning with the Indianapolis 250.
Yeah, we will see a lot of racing like that tomorrow. Sure.
It'll definitely be fun for the Indianapolis 250 tomorrow morning. 100 laps here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But the action's not done today here on Napa Fan. Turkey Hill Series, CN Rail 300 from Charlotte coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern right here on Napa Fan. And of course tomorrow the Indianapolis 250 and the Coca-Cola 600, the double tomorrow on Napa Fan as well. Just a great weekend for racing in general. I want to make sure it was great. I think we have done a pretty good job of that. But either way, a great race here for the Freedom 50. It's always a great one here in Indianapolis. Next race here in the CSX IndyLights Series at Texas. And that gave us the closest finish of 2017 last year, so you might want to stick around for that one. That's going to be over on the NRLOA channel. The season will conclude over there. And go ahead and check out the rest of the season over there as the season goes along. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Audra Baranowskis for grabbing the victory here in the Freedom 50. And here are the point standings for the CSX IndyLights Series. On behalf of Nathan Ormond, thank you guys very much for watching once again. The Indy 250 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. And I will see you guys later.
Baby, it's just you and me.